Hi and welcome. We are talking about two-step equations today. All right, so before we even start two-step equations, we need to review one step. So I have 4 one-step equations up here for us to go through. So you don't need to write anything yet. You can just help me out answering these questions. So the first one I got, x take away 6 equals 13. So my goal is this. X equals. Okay, so how do I get rid of that minus 6? Add 6. Yeah, and we're going to add 6 to both sides because positive 6 and negative 6 cancel out to nothing. 13 plus 6 is? 13 plus 6? 19. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty easy. All right, second equation. 7 plus g equals negative 5. I need the 7 to be with the negative 5. I need to move the 7 over. How do I do that? Minus 7. Okay, good. So, g equals, okay, negative 5 and negative 7. Negative 12, guys. I heard one person say it. Okay. Great. So these are pretty simple so far. Good review. All right, 8y equals negative 24. Third problem. I now have 8 times y. How do I get rid of something that's multiplied? Divide. So you're going to divide by 8 here, divide by 8 here. These 8 divided by 8 is like 1y, which a waste of our time to write the 1. So I'm just going to put y equals. And negative 24 divided by a positive 8. Negative 3. Perfect. Good. Fourth one has a fraction in it. So k divided by negative 3. So I multiply to get rid of it. And I'm going to make sure that I write times negative 3 over 1. And here's why. The negative 3's are going to cancel diagonally here on the left. And k over 1, again, don't need to write over 1. So the left side's good. Negative 6 times negative 3.
18.
Good, and it's positive 18. Awesome. Okay. All right, let's move on to next one. To solve two-step equations, you add or subtract first, then get the constants, the numbers that are alone, together. Then you will multiply or divide to get the variable alone. So I did the first two step by step for you, showing you, and here it is. We add or subtract first. We're going to get the numbers that are just plain old numbers alone. So on number 1, let's do that. Add or subtract. It was a plus 7. This plus 7 and this 8, they're called constants. They're numbers that are just plain old numbers. They have no variable attached to them. So for this, I would subtract 7 both sides. All right, so you see that. Then I have this. 3x equals negative 15. So it's 3 times x. How do I get rid of something that's times? Divide. So 3 divided by 3. Easy. Negative 15 divide by 3. Negative 5. Perfect. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. I have to get the 15 and the 9 together. So it's a minus 15. How do I get rid of a negative or a subtraction sign? Because I want this 15 to cancel. Plus 15 both sides. It's right there, you know. Add 15 both sides. 6x equals 24. Here's this. And 6 times x. How do I get rid of something that's times? Divide both sides by 6. So that's what I did there. Kind of spaced out, right? Sorry about that. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. Final answer right there. Okay, number 3, completely blank. Let's do it on our own. I have the negative 4 and the negative 11 are both numbers that are just numbers. They don't have an x attached to them, so I need to get rid of the minus 4. Miguel. Add 4, both sides. How did you know to add? Why didn't I subtract 4?
Because you have to
You have to do
do the opposite.
the opposite. So it said negative 4, and this is what I want. I want 7x plus 0. I want the numbers to cancel out. Negative 11 plus 4? Negative 7. So it's really 7x equals negative 7. Okay? Now it's 7 times x. Getting rid of something that's multiplied.
Divide.
Good. So I'm going to divide both sides by this 7 that's here on the left. Move that one. X equals negative 1. Okay? Good. Done with that. If we need to check it, 7 times negative 1 minus 4 equals negative 11. Plug in the answer you got. 7 times negative 1. Negative 7 minus 4 equals negative 11. Negative 11 equals negative 11. Yeah. Our answer of negative 1 is correct. Okay, number 4. So you're writing down as I'm doing it on the screen. The constants, the numbers that are just plain old numbers, they need to go together first. 5 and 1, perfect. Should I move the 1 over or should I move the 5 over?
5.
The 5. Because if I did the 1, let's try it. If I subtracted 1, then there'd be nothing on the right side. That can't happen. So you guys were right when you said move the 5. Subtract 5. Okay, go ahead and get that down. Let's do the math. 2y just stays 2y. Positive 5 and negative 5 cancel out to 0. 1 minus 5. 1 take away 5.
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Okay, and this is 2 times y. How do I get rid of something that's times? Good. Y equals negative 4 divided by 2? Negative, yep, negative 2. So to check, because you can basically check and get every single problem right, you would do 2 times y, you got negative 2, plus 5 equals 1. Okay? Negative 4 plus 5 equals 1. Negative 4 plus 5 is 1 equals 1. So, yep, I got it right. Good job. Okay, number 5 is, so you turn to someone at your table and tell them the first step. Go ahead. Not yet, but yeah. All right, what did you say to do first?
That's exactly what you do.
Okay. 60 equals 20, what?
4.
Okay. And turn to someone next to you, tell them what you're going to do next.
You're gonna divide 6.
Okay. What'd you say? Divide 6, both sides. Good. C equals, you're right, it equals 4. And last one. Number 6. Okay, I need, I don't want to move the 2R. Kayla, what would I do first? Kayla. Add 1. Good. Perfect. Get the constants, numbers that are alone, together. 12 equals 2R. Divide. What number, though? The 12 or the 2?
2.
Good. 2 divided by 2 simplifies. I have just R alone.
Equals 6.
6. And 6 equals R is the same thing as R equals 6. I can flip them back and forth. They mean the same exact thing. All right, good. So let's get started on our classwork practice.